polling booth in Chonburi province, about 100 kilometers outside Bangkok. And it was orderly polling. There was a steady stream of people coming in, very short queues, and a very low-key security presence, which is what you would expect in the Central Plains. Femi?
4 hours still to go before the end of the polling day. When can we expect to see any kind of indication of where the vote's going?
Well, they are conducting exit polls, so we may start getting a flavour of what's going on as the afternoon proceeds. We'll certainly be getting a feeling of what the turnout's like. And on the basis of the pre-election voting last weekend, it could be quite strong. So I don't think we'll be getting a clear idea of what's actually happening in terms of the way the ballots are being cast until this evening. But optimistic scenarios that we may have a good indication of that later on in the night, Bangkok time. Amy?
Now, Thailand actually voted for a new constitution in August of this year. How has that constitution affected the number of parties taking part in this particular election?
Well, that was one of the important purposes of the revised constitution. Under the previous constitution, which came into effect in 2001, it was possible to create much larger parties, and the idea had been to create stability, governments that would endure and not be subject to fragile coalitions. Now, the critics of Thaksin said that he turned that into a kind of democratic dictatorship, if you like, and even members of his own party found it difficult to get out if they were uncomfortable being there. So the change in the constitution has brought about a much larger number of small parties, and they'll be represented because there's a party list system in place as well. Sammy?
Dominic, since the coup last September, the business world have been very hesitant about doing business with Thailand. What kind of result will they be looking for to actually continue doing business and feel stable about it?
Well, all foreign business looks for one thing, and that's stability, and stability implies predictability. I think the foreign business community has been rather disconcerted by a kind of wobble that's crept into the relationship with foreign investment. And they haven't been happy about proposed changes to the foreign business law, the way proxy shareholdings are allowed, and also voting rights on boards. So the foreign business community has taken a step back and is waiting to see what would happen. In terms of parties, I think they would probably be most comfortable with the Democrat Party, which is Thailand's oldest party. And the Democrats are expected probably to poll the second largest block of votes today after the PPP party.
It's impossible not to talk about the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. Although he's in exile right now, what kind of election result will Thais need to have for him to come back, or how will the elections affect his actual future?
Well, coming back is a very open question. He's got various charges that have been brought against him. The coup leaders, the junta, failed to deliver to a large extent on producing evidence of corruption. They just didn't seem to get around to it. There's one land case that's quite controversial, and there's procedure in that. But the PPP party have said that, you know, if it goes their way, they would like to bring Thaksin back by Valentine's Day. But the point is, even if it does come back, he won't have been a participant in this present set of elections. But I mean, his presence back in Thailand would, of course, be.